Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! The YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to round 8 of the 2022 NRL season. And to help me preview round 8 of the NRL, we're going to be giving away our round 8 NRL tips. It is CJ MOXLEY in the middle, who is a mad RABBITOHS fan. On the end, we've got All Out CHAMPA, the West Tigers fan, and obviously you've got myself, Nick from Australia. Big Cow. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. I will leave the link for CJ MOXLEY and All Out CHAMPA's YouTube channel in the link below in the description. But I'll start with you first, All Out CHAMPA. Bro, how are you, bro? What's been happening?
I've been doing great. We watched an amazing round of footy, very bizarre, and I know CJ's here, but I am still thrilled about our mighty win against your South Sydney Rabbitohs. Other than that, I've been very well. They really did. And they played very competitive.
So you should, Champa. The Tigers, they had a great win against the Rabbitohs. CJ MOXLEY, how are you, bro? The Bunnies, obviously, hopefully they bounce back this weekend against Provenzo Vids' Manly and Paddy G's Manly Seagulls. But CJ, how are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just still covering from Luke Brooks's last minute heroics, giant Irish stupidity. But other than that, hope we can bounce back this Friday.
Well, I'm in a good mood, boys. The Cowboys are currently in 5th on the ladder, going into round 8. The world's good. We haven't been this high on the ladder since like 2017, so it's good for me. I'm pumped. The Cowboys are doing well so far this year. It's still a long way to go, but going into round 8, I'll take 5th any day of the week. I think Cowboys are doing well, and on the weekend we destroyed the Gold Coast, and it was good to see the entire Titans fan base in tears on the weekend. It was good to see, but up the Cowboys. Hopefully we can back it up against the EELS this weekend, which is going to be a really, really interesting challenge for us. But I want to say hello to everyone in the live chat. We've got 25 people in the live chat as we speak, and you love to see it. We've got Minty Rabbitoh. We've got Samson 6000. Jason Reader is here. Luke Melbourne Storm fan. NRL Giants staff. SS Storm fan. Luke Melbourne Storm fan is here. The chat's just getting better and better as the night goes on. But, boys, Anzac Round was outstanding. Anzac Day was outstanding itself. Let's get into round 8, boys.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get into it, boys. Round 8 of the NRL kicks off on Thursday night up there at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. It should be a big crowd for this one. It is the Brisbane Broncos up against the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. The Sharks are favourites here at $1.30. The Broncos at $3.75. Before we get into the tips, I'm just going to go for the ins and outs real quick. For the Broncos, they are 1 through to 17. No changes from last week. They remain the same. As for the Sharks, Dal Finucane returns for Cronulla. He will start at lock. Tolman will start in the front row, which will push Cameron McGuinness back to the bench. And Wade Graham in jersey number 19. That could be a late inclusion. It'd be good to see Wade Graham return. And Matt Ikuvalu also in jersey number 20. I'm going to start with you first, CJ MOXLEY. Broncos and Sharks on Thursday night. Who's going to win this game by how much, and who will score a try on Thursday night?
I'm going to go Sharks by 16. I think they're going to be too strong. And I'll back in. I'll go Matt Ikuvalu for a try.
Yeah. Hang on, I didn't hear you, bro. My cousin just walked in the fucking room. So what, you reckon Sharks 13 plus?
Yep, and Matt Ikuvalu anytime.
Icavali's in the reserves.
Oh man, I'm going to change that to. I'll just go Mulatalo. Someone simple.
Mulatalo on the wing. I like it. All that Champa. What about you, mate? Broncos and Sharks.
Yeah, Sharks too strong. Even at Brisbane, yeah, Sharks too strong. I'm gonna go Sharks, and I'm gonna go.
How much you reckon?
How much? I reckon 20. I'm watching by 20.
Oh,
Will be all right.
Ouch.
Very high scoring, I reckon. Very high scoring.
Yeah.
And I got to back Talakai. I have to
Yeah.
back Talakai. He's in amazing form, and he's going to go for a try.
I'm looking forward to this game. I reckon this is going to be closer than what we think. Everyone's going to tip the Sharks 13 plus, but the Broncos last week, they showed in that, that last 20 minutes where they can score some points. They can be creative, but they got to do it early against the Sharks, because if they start slow, the Sharks will do exactly what they did against Manly. They'll put 30 on them in the first half. But obviously the main matchup here, Talakai versus Stags, that's going to be very interesting and mouth-watering. I'm with you boys, though. I reckon the Sharks win. I'm going to go the Sharks by 12. Sharks by 12. I reckon Sharks win this game by 12 points on Thursday night. And for a try scorer, boys, I'm going to go Sione Katoa to get a double.
Oof.
Wow.
Katoa to get a double. I love Katoa. I reckon he'll get a double on Thursday night. We all agree. Sharks to win on Thursday night against the Broncos. Let's go to Friday night footy, boys. Friday night footy. Friday night at 6 p.m. up at the Gold Coast Seabus Super Stadium on the Gold Coast. It's the Titans and the Panthers, boys. Panthers are $1.10 favourites, and the Titans at $7. I'll have a quick look at the ins and outs real quick. Jamin Joel's out for the Gold Coast, which brings Herman Essie's return on the bench.
Finally.
Herman Essie been named in the 17 for quite some time, so good to see Herman Essie back. I hope he has a big game. I'm a big fan of Herman Essie. As for the Panthers, well, they're 1 through to 17. No changes for them at all. I'll start with you first. All out Champa. Titans and Panthers on Friday night. What's going to happen in this one?
Look, if Titans want to show any chance against the Panthers, they just need to stop. They just can't let Panthers build momentum, because once they build momentum, then they're just going to be steaming points there and there. Can the Titans do it? I don't think so. I'm going Panthers to win this one. Lengthy margin. I'm going to go similar to the Brisbane Cronulla match. I'm going to go by 24 points here, and my I'm backing. I'm backing a hat trick for good old Talon May.
Oh, on the wing. I love it.
We're real safe on the wing. He's chasing for the number 1 try scoring spot, and I reckon he's going to back. I'm backing him for a hat trick. Defensively,
the Titans on that side against the Cowboys were dreadful, and they've been on the Titans' right-hand side defense has been dreadful all season. So Taylor May is a really good shout. CJ, mate, what do you reckon? Titans and Panthers.
Oh, if there was another game to get to 70, this would probably be it. But I'll be generous. I'll go Penrith by 30, and I'll go Spencer Leaney off the bench, man. I think he'll bag a try off the bench.
Mate, I forgot to mention that the Titans did make another change that I didn't notice. Asako's been dropped. AJ Brimson's at fullback, and Will Smith's at 5'8", which brings Tanner Boyd onto the bench. But to be honest with you, those changes will have no impact on this game. The Panthers will win, and the Panthers will win well. I'm going to go the Panthers to score 50 on the Titans.
Wow.
I reckon they're going to get 50. I reckon they're going to get 50. Bro, Seabus Super Stadium, it's a fast track. I believe the conditions are going to be dry. I think the Panthers win this game really, really well. So I'm going to go Penrith to win by 50. And I reckon, I'll tell you what, I reckon Talon May, Isaac Tago will both get a double.
That's a good one. That's their edge. Their side on the field is going to be, I reckon, dynamite against Titans. I don't know. I don't see who's going to stop them. I seriously don't.
It'll be tough.
I think we all agree the Panthers will win this game at least 20 plus. It won't be close. Let's go to Friday night now. This is a game that could be game of the round. It's up there with a couple other games. Friday night, 7:55 at Central Coast Stadium at Gosford. The Rabbitohs versus the Sea Eagles. Souths against Manly. South Sydney $1.60 favourites. Manly at $2.35. CJ, your boys, this is going to be interesting. Let's go for the ins and outs real quick before I get your take on it. Tane Milner's out, so Isaiah Tass goes into the centers. Jacob Host is out, which brings hang on, who the fuck's in for Jacob Host? Or was he just no? Host is just out.
Yeah, he's just out.
No. I think he was in the reserves last week. He didn't play. As for the Seagulls, they got a few out. Davey, Olakawatu, and Paseka all out. Huge out. So Koala comes in for Morgan Harper, who's also been dropped. Ethan Bullymore and Kyle Lawton will be in the back row. Kepi Tapau up front. Bench Boyovich and Kurt DeLuise is on the bench as well. CJ, Rabbitohs, Manly, Friday night. What's going to happen here, bro? This should be a close game.
It'll be another close game, as you said. I'm going to back my boys South by 6. I reckon it will come down to a last 5-minute try, and I'll go Isaiah Tass to score anytime.
I like it. All that CHAMPA, mate. What do you reckon here? Rabbitohs and Manly.
I'm going to go Rabbitohs. Too many heavy losses for Manly. You know, Olakawatu, Paseka, they're big losses. And I do feel like it's going to be close. I give it an 8-point game. I reckon Souths will win that one. Yep. And I'm going to back Kolanga-Matangi for a double.
This is such a tough game to pick. It's honestly flip of the coin. Manly are depleted. Souths have been very up and down this year. They lost to the Tigers, but they smashed the Roosters. They're very up and down, the Rabbitohs. I don't know which way to go here. I'm really torn on which way to go here. I'm actually going to go Souths. I'm going to go South.
You're going to go South?
I think Souths by 4. I think it'll be really tight. I'm going to go the Rabbitohs by 4 here, and I'll tell you what, I reckon Cuddy Walker will score a try. Walker will score.
It's his milestone game as well, so hopefully he does.
Is it? How many games is that?
150.
Yeah, wow. Well, look, I'm with you, boys. I think Souths win. Souths by 4, Cuddy Walker to score his 150th. Souths to win. Now, let's go to Super Saturday, boys. Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock, up there at Redcliffe, Moreton Daily Stadium. Well, this is literally a flip of the coin. It's the New Zealand Warriors who just got thumped by 70-10 against the Raiders who just got thumped by Penrith. Warriors and Raiders. Raiders are $1.80 favourites. Warriors at $2. Warriors are going to feel out. Aaron Penne, DWZ, and Josh Curran all out. Rocco Berry goes on to the wing. Velami Vele is also on the wing as well because they've also dropped what's his name? Edward Cossie got dropped as well. Yeah. Valley Siridan goes into the back row with Ewan Aiken with Joe Stavaga starting at lock. And coming in on the bench for Aaron Penne is this guy on debut? Tanila Otakwala. Oh no, it's his third game. Sorry, it's his third game. Okay, and as for the Raiders, Elliot Whitehead's back from his nice little gash he had on his face where he got injured at training. Whitehead's back in the back row, and everything else seems to be the same. Boys, I got no idea who to tip here. This is literally a flip of the coin. CJ, Warriors and Raiders, what's going to happen here? This is such a hard game to tip.
I'm going to go with Canberra. I think they were the better teams of the two, obviously, last week. I think Canberra showed some fight against Penrith at some points in the game. So I'm going to go Canberra by 8, and I'll go Xavier Savage to bag a try.
What do you reckon, Champa? This is such a hard game to tip, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be such a hard game to even stay awake for as well. But I'll look. Warriors have to find a way to bounce back. I think just because of that, I'm gonna go. All right, yeah, the Warriors want to redeem some themselves. I'm gonna go Warriors. I'll go Warriors. I'm not confident though, but I'll go Warriors by 10, and I'm gonna back Adam Pompey for a try.
Well, this is so hard to pick, man, because the Warriors mentally will be hurt after losing 70-10 on Anzac Day, and the Raiders have been dreadful to watch all year. So this is such a hard game to tip. But call me crazy if you want. I'm tipping the Warriors as well. I am.
Ooh.
I I
bad.
absolutely ripped into the Warriors last night on the Anzac Day review. I gave the Warriors an absolute gobful, and I think they deserved it. They were disappointing. They were
disgrace.
They were also disrespectful on Anzac Day against the Storm. I think back up there at Redcliffe, up there, Morton Stadium, the Warriors seem to play well up there. They've beaten the Broncos and the Cowboys up there. They seem to be comfortable up at Sunshine Coast, up at Redcliffe, sorry. I don't know. There's just something about the Warriors this weekend where I get the feeling, because usually when a team gets beat by 50, 60 points, they come out the previous week and they end up winning, or they end up being a lot closer. So I don't know why, but I'm tipping the Warriors to win. I'm going to go the Warriors by 10. Warriors by 10. 1-12.
Well,
and I'll tell you what, anytime try scorer, it's a bit of a bold one, but I'm going to go anytime try scorer. I'm going to go with Wade Egan.
Wade Egan. Wow.
He'll score a try. Warriors will win. Not confident, but I'm tipping the Warriors. I don't know why. Probably because it's at Redcliffe, but if it was in Canberra, I probably would have went Canberra, but I think the Warriors will win up in Queensland. No confidence, though. All right, let's go to the next game. Saturday night, 5:30 p.m. at Accor Stadium, ANZ Stadium, Telstra Stadium, whatever you want to call it. It's an old rivalry game. It's the Bulldogs and the Roosters. Roosters $1.25 favourites here. The Bulldogs at $4. Having a look at the ins and outs real quick. Jacob Kiraz, that young centre, he's out. Jake Averillo and Aaron Schroff are in the centres. Having a look at the other ins and outs for the Dogs. Siamana Fanai is back, which drops out. I don't know who it drops out. It drops out someone. Some bloody bastard. Who cares? Anyway, all nobody players. Who the fuck's out for Siamana Fanai? Is it Paul Atamoni or is it the Katoa kid? I can't even remember.
There's literally nobody out for him. I think they've just replaced him with.
I've got no idea. But anyway, the Bulldogs, that's the Bulldogs side. And as for the Roosters, well, the one change. Daniel Tupou is out suspended. So Kevin Nagama comes onto the wing for the Roosters. Everything else seems to be the same for the Chooks. CJ, Dogs and Roosters. What's going to happen here on Saturday night?
Two teams I can't stand, but I'm going to go Roosters by 12. I think it'll be closer than 4. And I'll go Drew Hutchison off the bench to score.
Holy fuck, really?
Yeah, man. I think Hutchison will go one off the bench.
Well, CHAMPA, what do you reckon?
What am I saying? It's not going to be a close one. I reckon Roosters will win this, and I reckon they'll win this pretty easy. 16 points. I don't think Bulldogs are going to know what hit them, and I'm going to, I'll be fair to the Dogs. I'm going to back the Fox for a double, and that's probably only just 2 tries for that game.
All right. I'm gonna go the Roosters by 26 points. I reckon they'll be fuming after last week. Losing on Anzac Day to the Dragons in the way they did and the way they started, they'll be very disappointed with that. I think Trent Robinson will make sure that doesn't happen again. So the Roosters have got too much class for the Bulldogs, in my opinion. So I'm going to go the Roosters by 26 points. And I'm going to go Kevin Nagama to get a double on the wing.
Whew.
They'll win easy. And before we get into the next game, I just want to give a shout out in the chat to Ark for the $2.99 super chat. He says, "Go the Bunnies." Well, shout out to Ark for the $2.99. And yes, good, go the Bunnies against Manly on Friday night. Thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Let's go to the next game, boys. Now, I reckon this is the game of the round, this next one. Saturday night, 7:35 p.m. In my opinion, the game of the round. Eels and the Cowboys. Come on, the Cowboys.
Darwin.
Up there at TIO Stadium in Darwin. This is going to be a cracker. Parramatta, $1.35 favourites. Cowboys at $3.25. Wow-wee. This should be a cracker. Ins and out for the Eels. Believe it or not, I've got no changes. Dylan Brown still stays in the centres, which I don't understand one bit. Jacob Arthur is at 5'8", again, which I still don't understand. As bad as Tom Obachek is as a player, I reckon Obachek at centre would have been better and then put Brown at 5'8". But For some reason, they're not doing that. As for the Cowboys, they are 1 through to 17. No changes for the Cowboys. They've got the same team as last week. The Hammer is in jersey number 19. It'll be interesting to see if the Hammer plays. It'll be very interesting. I don't know if he will. But if he does, I don't know where he comes in for. It's going to be interesting, this one. Eels and Cowboys, it's me versus Rugby League history, the King, Entertain House. This is going to be a really, really close game. CJ, Eels, Cowboys, Saturday night should be a cracker. Who wins this one?
I'm not saying it because you're here. I'm generally going for Cowboys here. Up there in Darwin, the hot conditions will suit North Queensland even more. I'm going to go to Cowboys by 1. I'm going to go Griffin Neem will score off the bench as well.
Not by 1.
And, field goal from Chad Townsend in the 78th minute to secure it.
If we win by 1, I'll probably end up fainting if we win by 1.
One of them will win by 1.
I fucking hate those close games where it's like it's a field goal shootout. It gets you so nervous. All out CHAMPA, Eels and Cowboys on Saturday night. What do you reckon?
Look, sorry, Nick, but I have to go Parramatta on this one. I think this is too much structure for Parramatta. Cowboys will be competitive, though, but I reckon it's going to be down to the wire with this one. 6 points, I reckon, the difference between the teams, and I'm going to back Big Junior Paulo for a try.
Yeah, wow. Well, it's actually Chad Townsend's got a milestone this weekend as well, boys. Chad Townsend's 200th NRL game this weekend, so that's going to be interesting. The Cowboys will definitely want to try and win for him because he's the co-captain of the club with Taumalolo. Last time we played a big team, that was the Roosters, and I said we would get flogged by 20 or something, and I was pretty much on the money with that. We got flogged by the Roosters. I predicted that to happen. But the Eels are not the Roosters. I believe that in Darwin, the Cowboys can win this. I think it's going to be a really close game. Obviously, people are going to call me biased. I don't give a shit. This is going to be a tight game. When the Cowboys are on a roll like this, 2 wins in a row, looking for 3 on the trot, I got to back the boys until we lose a game. So I'm going to back the Cowboys in here. I reckon the Cowboys will win by 6 points on Saturday night. And I'm going to go with Murray Talangi and Kyle Felt to both score a try. Cowboys by 6.
Not bad.
Can't wait. And boys, before we move on real quick, is the Eels and Cowboys game the game of the round?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll say so.
2 top teams fighting for the top 4.
Eels are in 3rd, Cowboys are in 5th. I think it is the game of the round. That's just my opinion. It's a big game. So come on, the Cows. Let's go. All right. Let's go to Sunday afternoon football. The first game at 2 p.m. Down there at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. It's the Knights versus the Storm. Melbourne are $1.05 favourites here. Newcastle at $9. Jesus Christ. Dane Gagai's out for a month due to an injury, so that brings Simi Sasangi. I can't pronounce his last name. Sorry if I got that wrong. Yeah, I can't pronounce him. He comes in for Gagai, who's out with an injury. As for the Storm, no changes from them from last week. That's still 1 through to 17. I think we'll all keep this one short and sweet. All out CHAMPA, Knights and Storm.
Yeah, Storm. We don't need to go into much detail about this. Dominant on Monday. Going to be dominant again on Sunday. I reckon by 28, the difference between these two sides, and I'm backing Justin Nolan for a hat trick.
Oh Christ!
Big Island terrorized.
Wow,
that edge defense is going to be tested.
He's up against that young centre too. So good call.
I'm sorry to the kid, but you're going up against Olam. It's a losing battle.
Yeah, it is a losing battle. It is, no doubt. What about you, CJ? Knights and Storm.
No, I was also going to say Justin Nolan hat trick, but I'll change it. I'm going to go Storm by 38, and I will say Nick Meaney to get a double there.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, look, I think Melbourne win this game by a lot. I'm going to go Melbourne by 38 points. I don't reckon it'll be as bad as the Warriors, but it could be. It definitely could be. I'm going Melbourne by 38 points. I'm going to go with Cameron Munster to score a try, but Munster will have 4 try assists.
That's not a bad tip. That's not a bad tip.
It won't be close. We all know Melbourne are going to destroy them. And let's get to the final game, which buggered me. Both these sides have won 2 in a row, and this is actually a really hard game for me to pick. Sunday afternoon, Wynn Stadium, Dragons, Tigers. Dragons $1.55 favourites. West Tigers $2.50. Let's have a look at the ins and outs real quick. Jaden Sewell's out with an injury, so Josh Maguire will start in the back row. And Josh Kerr is not back. Tyrell Fumano returns for the first time this year. He's on the bench for the Dragons. As for the West Tigers, Dane Laurie's out, obviously. So Stafford Toa will go to fullback. Oliver Gildart and Luke Garner will be in the centres. And Tyrone Peachy is still in jersey number 19. He's still not in the side. Obviously, all that CHAMPA, you're a passionate West Tigers supporter. We'll get your take on it first. Dragons, Tigers at Wynn Stadium at Wollongong. What's going to happen here on Sunday, bro? This should be a close game.
Should be a really close game. It still pisses me off that Tyrone Peachy still isn't playing, but I'll let that slide. Stafford Toa at fullback kind of worries me, but you know what? With our other team still looking pretty good, I reckon. Yeah, this really is a close one to call, even for the Tigers. But I'm going to back my boys. I reckon with the form we're coming in right now, we should win this one, and it will be a close one. But I reckon by 12 points, we should beat the Dragons up in Wollongong. And I'll back Big Ken Mamalo for a double off a Brooks bomb.
Wow. Love it.
Brooks bomb.
Absolutely love it. What about you, CJ?
Hate to spoil the party, but Dragons by 4. I think being in Wollongong is going to be tough. Laurie's out. And you know what? I'm considering putting a bet on this, but it's going to pay out so much. I'm going to say Aaron Woods will score off the bench.
Holy fuck.
What?
So,
against his old side. Against his old side.
I have to take the poor Aaron Woods in the hospital.
Well, if you see a Tigers fan in Penrith smashing chairs on Sunday afternoon, then you know why. All that champion will be.
Yeah, you will definitely know why.
Good luck, though, man.
If you walk into Penrith and you're in town there, you know, maybe you're doing your shopping and you see a Tigers fan in the jersey throwing chairs around the street, well, then you know why.
I'll go. Definitely.
This is a really, really fucking hard game to pick. I don't even know which way to go here. I have no idea who to tip. I have no idea which way to go. Jesus Christ! I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tip the Dragons as well. I hate it. I don't want to do it, but I am. I just feel. Look, I know the Tigers have won the last 3 against the Dragons. I've got a bit of a hoodoo over the Dragons in recent form, but the Dragons have won 2 in a row. They beat the Roosters, and I know the Tigers beat the RABBITOHS as well. But here's the thing with the Tigers: they've won both their games by 1 point, so they've been fairly lucky to an extent. Field goals, winning by field goals is kind of lucky in a way because you're not winning by a try; you're winning by a field goal. So the Tigers have been kind of lucky a little bit the last couple of weeks, but they've done very well. They look a lot better than what they had in the first 4 rounds. So I am going to go the Dragons by 2. Real tight one. And I'm going to go Moses Suli to get a double. Luke Garner can't defend out there all afternoon. Moses Suli's a beast. So I reckon Suli's
a lot of former Tigers. A lot of former Tigers in that Dragon side. Suli,
there is.
Woods. A lot of them.
Yeah, it's going to be
interesting.
It's going to be close as well. It's going to be really, really tight. But before we wrap things up, boys, we'll just go through the tips real quick, just in case anyone missed the stream, and we'll just go through them real quick on who we tipped. So Broncos and Sharks, we all went the Sharks, didn't we?
Yep.
Yes.
Titans, Panthers, we all went the Panthers.
Yep.
RABBITOHS and Manly, we all went South Sydney, didn't we?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Warriors and Raiders, I went the Warriors. Who'd you boys tip?
I went Warriors as well.
Yeah, I went Canberra. So
Bulldogs and Roosters, we all went with the Roosters, didn't we?
Yep.
Yep. East. Yep.
Eels and Cowboys, I went with the Cowboys, obviously.
Yeah, I went with
Yeah.
Cowboys.
I went for Parramatta.
Knights and Storm, we all went Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Yeah.
And Dragons, Tigers, I went with the Dragons.
And
Dragons. Aaron Woods to score.
Jesus Christ. Before we
Tigers,
wrap things up, boys, I just want to know, what's your specials of the weekend? I'll start with you first, Champa. What's your specials of the round?
Specials. Well, give me a good example of a special.
So a team that's like an outsider to win, or I don't know, something that like you're really confident that a team will win.
I reckon Warriors. Just the Warriors to bounce back and to just to redeem themselves from that hideous performance they put in on Monday. If there's one thing the Warriors have, and I know they have inside of them, it's belief. They got determination. The Warriors are very passionate, and I reckon they can show it up in Redcliffe against the Raiders.
Yeah,
That's
like it. I love it. Warriors are currently $2 as well in the odds. So if you guys if anyone there likes a punt, I know the Warriors can't be trusted, but $2 is a nice price for the Warriors. And CJ, who are your specials of the weekend, bro?
Yeah, I said it before. I don't want to spoil the party, but the St. George Aurora Dragons are my specials. And I wonder how much Aaron Woods would be paying, because I might chuck a sneaky something on it.
I'll tell you in about 2 seconds. Just bear with me. Here we go. Sports bet.
Rampers killed with rage.
Anytime try scorer for Aaron Woods.
Anytime.
$7.
Are you fucking serious? What? Could have been more.
Wow.
Put $50 on him and you'll win something big.
Oh, stop it.
My specials of the weekend are also the Warriors. Champa, I'm with you, bro. The Warriors are my specials of the weekend. At $2, they will beat the Raiders up there at Redcliffe. I'm very confident the Warriors will win. Well, not very confident, but the Warriors are my specials of the weekend. And if I go broke, you know why. You know why.
If we hear some screams, then we know where those screams are coming from.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But lads, that's going to wrap up the NRL Round 8 tips. CJ and all that Champa, bro. Thanks for coming on the round 8 tips, boys. I really appreciate your time tonight.
Well, yeah, thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. Appreciate it, and cannot wait to see you at Magic Round either. So that'll be a fun day.
Magic Round is like 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away to Magic Round. It's gonna be fucking fire.
Interesting game the Cowboys have on Magic Round, don't they, Nick?
They were taking on your boys, the Luke Brooks Tigers, the useless. I can't wait.
Stop it!
Can't wait.
That's the play you gotta watch out for.
I've never ever gotten over the 2005 Grand Final, and I never will. So I'm looking forward to this rematch, revenge.
About
the revenge.
17 years in the making.
Well, don't worry. We got revenge last year at Leichhardt when we beat you for thing. Remember that?
I want to be reminded of that game. What was it like? 30-something at halftime? Don't remind me.
And then you come back and you thought you was mad you was going to win and you end up losing. But it's all right. It happens, bro. Don't worry. You beat us when we've been at our best anyway. Like when we were a top 4 with Thurston, you were still able to beat us, even though, it's like if Cowboys were in the top 4 and we had JT, Tigers might be coming 13th or 12th, and that still beat us. It's just ridiculous.
There's a classic example of a bottom team just upsetting some top teams before finals.
It happens a lot. But anyway, guys, go and subscribe to the YouTube channel of All Out Champa and CJ Moxley. I'll leave a link for their channels in the description below. And guys, I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. There will be some big changes, which I will announce tomorrow. So anyway, guys, hope you all have a fantastic night. Like and subscribe. Good luck to the Cowboys this weekend. Hopefully we get the win, and good luck to the Rabbitohs and the Tigers for CJ and Champa as well. Anyway, guys, we're off. Have a good night. Like and subscribe. See you later.